It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. I don't believe we've ever checked this out on my channels before because I have the main channel, Duane TV. This is my new channel, Duane Reacts. And I always wanted to dive into the battle between Eminem and MC Juice because a lot of people aren't really familiar with it. And I just wanted to show this clip of him talking about Juice first so people understand how much M has respect for this man. And then we'll go into the battle, which is not the greatest quality, but it gives you an idea because this was back in like late 90s or something like that. So it was impressive for the time period. Obviously things have evolved and changed, and M himself has grown so much as an artist now, but it was also freestyle off the top. You didn't necessarily know who you were going to battle. You just kind of had to come up with stuff right then on the spot. And I feel like it's impressive that MC Juice was able to beat who became one of the greatest, if not the greatest artist in rap. You know what I'm saying? And M gives him his credit to this day. And I feel like he deserves a little bit of shine as well. So I wanted to check out this video to see both of them. And it's been years and years since I've even watched it myself. So let's just dive in. This is what M had to say about him first.
I went to like 97 Scribble Jam. And I went all the way to the end, and then I lost to this guy named Juice, who to this day is still a really good fucking rapper. And I think that he's so good that it's okay that I lost to him.
And to this day, I still think MC Juice is one of the best freestylers. I think the best, the GOAT is Harry Mack. I think that man's just put in so much work. What he's able to do with creating songs and the flow switches and just be able to make some complex lyrics right off the top. He's just done so much that you can't not give it to him. But people like MC Juice, Super Nat, they're right there with him, right behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like they paved the way for somebody like a Harry Mack to go crazy and do what he does. But Juice is fire, man. And he actually took a shot at M not that long ago, maybe in the last like 5 to 7 years or something. We checked out a video on my main channel a while back about it, and it wasn't like any like dirty shot or anything. He was kind of just saying that he washed M and he would do it again, and obviously wanted some attention probably, but shout out to Juice. I know that they've spoken. I'm sure that they're cool and everything like that, but let's get into the battle and see what this was all about.
You came from the Windy City because you about to get blown away. Juice stands for jump in the motherfucking circle and get motherfucking injured. When I attack like a ninja, you like a cringer. When I rock this microphone, you try to battle back, but you hit your phone snap when I crack and react when this microphone lick a ripple track. Stepping you back, cracking your motherfucking skull. Your shit is dull. Bitch, your shit is so pitiful. I'm like a pit bull terrier when I bury your lunch into your motherfucking dungeon. You gonna plunge in, motherfucking you sponging, trying to step to my shit, but you get.
So what M learned and what he doesn't do in some other battles that you'll see after this is he doesn't just go constant. He gives himself some breaks between bars. Whereas back then he was in this mode of just like, I'm just going to nonstop, just keep going and trying to rhyme stuff. And there's going to be a lot of filler that's going to come out, but I'm going to drop some bars in it here and there if I can. Now, keep in mind, this was after he went through the entire Scribble Jam tournament, which a lot of times would happen all in like one day, right? So I mean, I guess maybe not in one day. I think they'd have like the prelims. So I'm trying to remember because I've watched a few of the full Scribble Jam videos. I never watched this one because I don't even know if it's available, but I watched ones in the early 2000s. And then I want to say it might be another day where you then go through all of the normal like tournament, so to speak, but you might be battling multiple people in that day. And, you know, again, back then freestyling isn't as evolved as it is today. So you got to keep that in mind as well. But you could also hear some of the stuff that ended up making M a great rapper later on, like his multi-syllable use and, you know, different stuff like that. So I think that it's pretty interesting.
Why you call yourself Eminem like there's two of you? I only see one of you. I ain't scared of none of you. You see in double vision, but I'm standing right in front of you. Tell me where to be at. Juice on the mic, I can beat tracks. You wanna diss me, but I don't care. From O'Hare, send this nigga back to nowhere. You got a Budweiser beer, but I'm about to switch, bitch. You do whatever I say and be rich.
I feel like that was a very short round. It felt like M went longer, but it might have been because he was packing so much in, whereas Juice would take pauses and stuff in between. But you could see why that actually allowed him to think a little bit more clear about some of the bars that he was going to send to Eminem. And obviously, there's also, you know, the factor of like None of these are pre-written, so make sure I make that clear. But there's times where, like, if you know there's somebody else that's going through and they're winning a lot of their battles, and you may see them at the end and you've heard, you might have a little pre-thought idea of their name, like how he spun Eminem around, like there's two of you, and different things like that. So it's like there's a lot of stuff that goes into these freestyle battles that aren't necessarily always right there in the moment, but it's a collection of things.
My shit so sharp, you gotta call me Mr. Ginsu. Now I'm about to show you a little ass what I'm into. I'm looking at you, brother. How many shit you been through? How many battles you ever had? 1 or 2? I heard you lost both of them. You say them niggas lost to you. Watch yourself some little jogging pants, cause that shit is trendy. Put some spray paint and backpacks and call yourself an MC. But I'ma leave you empty. You don't want to tempt me. MC juice is dumping up. I'll leave you like Simpy. And then when I'm done, I'll straight have fun with like an SP. He sucked my dick to 1200. With a dirty. You try to fuck with my style, I'ma leave you wrinkled all up like my fucking shirt is. I don't give a fuck about you and your crew, bitch. You ain't got no juice, that's why I threw you off the roof like picture. Switch up your motherfucking style. Bitch, go back to the crack vibe. You try to act live when I'm split shade. Normally you up like an M8. Brain dead like 10 brain. Motherfucker, you little like that Kool-Aid. You never step to this motherfucking shit that I do. My shit lingers. You couldn't make this crowd throw up their hands if they swallow their fingers.
See, like, I feel like he started that round a little bit more like Juice, giving himself some time to think and build around it. And I do feel like he took some of the stuff that he learned in this loss to further himself in some of the other battles that he potentially had. But he also started to get on shortly after this. Like, I want to say that, I can't remember now, but if you watch the rest of the Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, which I'll also link below since we watched a clip from it, he talks a lot about the timeline of things and how his music got in front of people and when it was that it started to turn around, and how when he went to this battle, he was in like the lowest of lows in life. Like, he needed this money to pay rent. He ended up getting evicted, like a lot of crazy shit. And it's wild to think of that and then think of M now, where this man is a multimillionaire living an amazing life, and hard work pays off. And, just having some belief in yourself and stuff like that and putting yourself out there, him going around to these different battles and trying to win money and not really caring about anything but the fact that he needed it and he needed to work for it. Like, that is really what kind of built him to be the person that he is. But you hear some of the rhymes that you've heard, like, like an M80, you low like that Kim lady, like some of the stuff that he ended up taking and using in some of his verses later on, which is really, really interesting.
It's the return to third round and the master plan. I'ma crush your little ass like a Shasta can. One rhyme at the scribble jam to see if the mic right. And I'll be scaring phony niggas like Fright Night. I terminate, dominate, then I innovate. And then I serve your phony style on the dinner plate. You get mopped and stopped and chopped in half. I'ma have this young nigga begging for the skin grab. I'm reckless. I eat a rapper like he breakfast. I pick you for your necklace and make your fucking neck switch. Yo, I rock the microphone, boy, and make I mention. I come off the top of my dome like loose extensions.
Juice just had a really good style for battle rap.
That was fresh for some written shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, Bussy. I stay lit, so this mic just may spit. Don't say shit. I'm having a bad day, bitch. I'm nothing to play with. I do you for weight like a WA shit. When you and Dre split. Bullets from head to toe about you screaming, hey, quit. But you weakest on the innocent kids, the stray shit. I'm carrying the race, the gay bit. So pray quick. Don't call your voices, they split. Get a first aid kit for that raise the way shit. You make it so my Lord just stay sticks. Come inside and everybody in the place hits. I spray clips. It's looks fly like spaceships. Shoot your waist tips, arms, face, and lips. Got your knees fumbling like
Now, some people are going to argue and maybe even get mad at me for saying this, but M did spit mostly a written verse there. He might have mixed a few things up, but the reason that he did that was because he called out Juice for saying that he was spitting some written stuff. And I don't doubt that some people spit some things that are in their head. See, this is the problem with it, right? Because when you're freestyling, there's certain forms of it that now that battle rap has evolved to what it is, it's more understandable to look back and realize what was happening in certain situations, because nowadays battle rap is written, right? It's acapella for anybody that watches it. King of the Dot, URL TV, Grind Time. Now, when that came out, was what really started to blow it back up. And what people would do is they'd have written verses, because that was the whole point. You knew who your opponent was ahead of time. You wrote for them specifically, and that did elevate hip hop, and as far as the battle rap goes, I should say. And one thing that started to happen with certain artists that were really good at freestyling was they would either mix something into the middle of their verse, or sometimes they'd start off with what you'd call a rebuttal. Like they'd have heard a bar getting thrown at them, and they would spin the bar back around at the other person in 4 to 8 bars in the beginning, and then jump into their written, right? And so there's people that have that ability of just going with a written verse and then switching to a freestyle and then going back to the written verse, like Hollow the Don, Disaster, Immaculate. Like there's a lot of people that are really good at that. And I feel like Juice was good at that, right? Juice was able to freestyle and actually go off some shit he's seeing, but then maybe have some stuff in his head. And it's not even always that it was pre-written for Eminem, but sometimes you freestyle so much that you just have certain rhyme patterns that you go down, right? Like I might rhyme a certain word, like I remember when I would freestyle a lot, which I haven't done in quite a while. If I was to ever say like stop that or something, or you know, I got that or whatever it is, like it was very easy for me to go down a path where I'd be like, you made music for years and it's nothing that people nod at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a path I've taken before in freestyle. And so it's easy for me to revisit it once I'm freestyling without even going into it thinking I'm going to spit a written, right? It's there if I need it to kind of fall back on as I think of some other stuff to say. So that's something that happens a lot in freestyling as well. And that might have been a little bit of what Juice did. And then M tried to call attention to it. And then he went with something that was, you know, obviously a little bit more written just based on hearing that verse versus the other ones that he spit, where it wasn't nearly as constructed and well put together. There wasn't as many multiple syllables hitting and stuff. But I do think that he potentially mixed in a little bit of freestyle and talked about something that was relevant to the situation, which again is a talent to have in itself. So, you know, like I said, it's been such a long time since I watched this. I don't even remember how it goes.
You from the Windy City, now this shit just got colder. I'm the motherfucking one who dislocated your shoulder. Remember that, man, you standing there looking hurt while I wax your motherfucking face to the dirt with your t-shirt.
See, like in this, you can hear it's a little bit different, right? He's still on point with it, and he's actually doing way better than he was in the freestyling in the beginning of this, in the first round. But that last one where he's talking about like Dre split and da-da-da, like it was very specific with some of the words that he was using and stuff like that. And some of the punchlines were just very structured. Whereas this is not as structured, but you could tell that he kind of switches back to forth, which I think a lot of people do. I know Thesaurus used to do it as well. He's another dude that's really amazing at it.
Bitch, where the fuck you get that rap style from? You wouldn't sell 2 copies if you pressed a double album.
See, like these right here, and again, I'm not doing this to take away from Em at all, but you know, because these you heard in future projects and stuff like that. So I would assume that he didn't just freestyle these right now on the spot and then go back and listen to this and then say, oh, I'm going to use that now on my album. It's most likely some stuff that he had written, and he's kind of going back and forth, because I do think that he started this round freestyling, and then he's starting to throw in some stuff in between. And it's smart. It's actually an intelligent way to go about it, because it does give that more of a perception of freestyling all of it, because of the fact that around these more constructed bars, you're saying some shit that's just direct and it's in the moment and it's clear, right?
You from the Windy City, now this shit just got colder. I'm the motherfucking one who dislocated your shoulder. Remember that, man, you standing there looking hurt while I wax your motherfucking face to the dirt with your t-shirt. Bitch, where the fuck you get that rap style from? You wouldn't sell 2 copies if you pressed a double album. Style is versatile. When I make it down smooth, like you versatile. Freestyle on the top of the dome. Soon as you hopping home like this, like a triple. When I hit up the triple. I'm looking down his drawers, bring new laws. I have him stepping on the line like he was Dominic Dogs. When I get down, MC Juice is straight tripping. The freestyle shit, you want it, and I'ma win it. I beat this nigga one day, I fuck you on the next day. I see your right shirt and I see things like an x-ray. Now that brother, you need a little practice. Who the fuck died and left you had a rap practice? Look at your podcast, you better get embarrassed. I'll leave you in the room overdose like Robin Harris. And then when I run like a podcast, and you'll be careful with your punk ass making it until the sundown.
It's just so dope to see this back. I just wish that there was a better quality version. It'd have been so dope to get a better quality version, but back then you only had so much to work with and shit. As far as that, you didn't have all these people able to record on their phones in the crowd and stuff like that. So you don't get to feel it the same way as like when you were there nowadays, where you can just hear everything super clearly and stuff like that. But Juice was fire, and I feel like you can usually tell when someone's freestyling as well when they start to repeat like a certain phrase. Like Harry Mack used to always say H Mac or Harry Mack and and then he'd go. It gives him a few seconds to think out what he's gonna say. The same thing MC Juice used to do, Super Nat used to do as well.
You better run and go back home and grab your motherfucking rabbit.
Hold up, I don't want to miss it.
You better run and go back home and grab your motherfucking rabbit, baby. You getting all fucked up. You must smoke some smoking pot. This time I'm juice you got. None. This shit is empty. Bitch, you better run. Don't even think it. This shit is empty. Get wrapped up in a hefty bag. A plastic bag in a plastic cup. Give me your fast sticks up. Bitch, you get backed up. In a motherfucking body bag. Then I went to porn cup. Making your mommy run. When the time is done. So I shoot your ass fast. When you come with the motherfucking premeditated. This shit is dedicated to all your ring rap. You better take the metaphors. You better go get a whore and try to fuck around the parking lot, because by you losing this battle, I'll be out with your mama's sparking hot. In the motherfucking parking lot, I don't give a fuck if it's dark or not. You get verbally shot, fuck down. What you got? Nothing. I'm a rap for motherfucking 30 minutes. I'm making these dirty records, and I only need you 30 seconds to crush your shit.
But it's interesting because you could hear some of the stuff that he ends up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting to hear these certain moments from Eminem, because it's some of the stuff that ended up becoming why he's really amazing at rap, and some of the technical aspects behind it. Even though he's not doing the cleanest freestyles all the time, he's having these moments.
Shit, you want some old freestyle or horse shit? You might as well get the fuck up and forfeit. You got your motto, you ain't no Dorado. You the whack motherfucking rapper role model. I can't believe your punk ass made it to the final. And I'ma lay you flatted in that motherfucking vinyl. And then when I'm done, you'll know what my name is. I don't make cookies, but I can make your ass famous. That little freestyle you think you'll be taking lost with it. Your funny shit is so thin, I can floss with it. You think you don't get this dick and right into it. You couldn't blow Cincinnati with a magic lighter fluid. You think that shit is dick, it's all off the top. I'm looking at him rise to the top, then he drop. He really think he's dope, I'ma show him what it really is. Scared as fuck, never see the soul with Don Cornelius. So how the fuck you gonna do me on stage? I deserve your freestyle written or with the page. I'm only 160, but I know you can't judge it. KO like Roy Jones, let these motherfuckers judge it. Shit in New York, Atlanta, but I ain't expect to come to Cincinnati and you know, oh, LA, okay, I'm in LA, but fuck that, I ain't expect to come to Cincinnati and hear none of these motherfuckers. My man Clips, man, my girl motherfucking Diggs, my motherfucker right here, Run Fast, fuck it, dog, fuck it, I'm gonna move to Cincinnati, I'm getting a condo right here.
This year's winner, Duanes, MC Battles, Triple Jam 97. Give it up, everybody, give it up, y'all. Give it up, y'all.
See, shout out to M for being a respectful contender, though, because he said, you can't really see him on the camera, but you could hear that it's his voice. He says for everybody to give it up and stuff like that instead of being salty about it. And what's crazy about that is, like, he needed this. Like, he needed the money from this. But he's still like, hey, listen, you know, the best man won, so on and so forth. And it's funny that Juice says, you know, I can make you famous. Here we go all these years later, that the only reason that we may still be talking about MC Juice in this battle is because Eminem became famous himself and really built a crazy legacy and stuff like that. But MC Juice is really fire. He's still one of the better freestylers. In my opinion, before I started to listen to Harry Mack and knew that Harry Mack existed, MC Juice was my favorite. I had him above Super Nat. I had him above pretty much anybody when it came to freestyling. He's just really, really good at what he does. And he's just got a built-in battle style for his freestyles, right? So it's inevitable that he's going to beat some people and stuff like that. But I just thought that this would be fun to dive back into. I didn't plan on pausing it and talking about it as much as I did, but hopefully I gave some extra information and stuff like that that you guys could take with you. But comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, what else you guys would like to see. I'll catch you in the next one, homies.